Hey everyone, welcome to Midday Plays. Kind of forgot to put the banner on. Might happen from time to time, so there was no real surprise. Hey, here we are. Good
What?
afternoon or morning, depending on where you are at in the world. We're glad that you come here to join us every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, where we give you live free sports picks, predictions, props, parlays, all that kind of good stuff. So we're ready to
Winners.
bring some more action today. Yes, like Tiffany said, winners for sure. But make sure you guys please like and subscribe. Click on the bell to get the latest notifications because you never want to miss out when we go live every day. So it was quite the night for sports there yesterday. Yay, sports!
Yeah.
There was the Rangers made it to the World Series. So now it gets to be, hey, what happens tonight with whether or not it will be the Diamondbacks or the Phillies that makes it into the World Series. But congrats to the Rangers. I mean, I kind of thought they had maybe no chance midway through the season. They had a little bit of a lull, but was able to bring it back. And of course, they do have great coaching there as well. So look out, whoever's going to play the Rangers. I think they are ready to go. And then, of course, there was this weird, I don't know, Monday night football game that I feel like I don't even want to talk about. It was not so great for me, that's for sure. I was sitting in first place. I had 4 people that had players going. I just had to wait. We play rotisserie fantasy, and I got beat out by 1 point by Addison and McCaffrey. Super bummed about it. That's all I know. But yeah,
Well,
I was one of those that if it wasn't for that long Addison touchdown that maybe should have been an interception,
yeah.
things might have went a different way. What was your take on that Monday Night Football game?
Well, I just think it begs the question that everybody's talking about Purdy. Like, can he get it done? It's 2 weeks in a row. He had 2 shots to win that game, and both times interceptions. And I'm like, it's
Yeah,
tough. I don't know. I'm like, maybe he needs this for some learning experiences because I feel like with that team, um, they carry him. I mean, not saying he's a bad quarterback, but he doesn't have that experience of coming back. Like they tend to go wire to wire. So it might
right.
be
It
good
was
for
one of
him,
those that,
but all
yeah,
I needed was 2 more yards from Ayuk for my parlay. And again, if he wouldn't have thrown 2 interceptions, I probably would have won that.
that's right.
So those
I
are
know it
tough
was one of those he
losses.
needed like 3 more yards on my side. I know for the some of those player props as well. But yeah, tonight is going to be crazy. We got the tip off of NBA, and of course, the Frozen Frenzy for the NHL. And it worked
Yes.
out just fine that we had about 5 games. So we can do our EPA modeling. Of course, that's what we like to use for score predictions in order to predict the correct outcomes of these NHL games. That's most of what we've done is based off of formulas and testing over like the last 14 years. So we think we've got it to a point where we can predict more winners than we do losers.
That's right.
So, of course, Tiffany, I know that you got some big plays here for us in the Frozen Frenzy. And for those that don't know what it is, basically starting at 5 p.m., every 15 minutes, a new game is going to go ahead and have their face off. And all of the teams are playing here today. So should be an exciting game. And I believe if you watch on like ESPN, they're going to have the actual face off, the live tip everywhere that you go today.
Yeah, we need someplace like Mindy's house where we need an extra like 6 TVs to watch all of them. No,
Exactly.
it's
Exactly.
exciting. It's a fun day. We've got lots of stuff on Tony's picks. I feel like you're going to ask me, and I didn't write it down. But I
Oh,
know we got lots of
I wrote
picks
it
out
down
there.
for you. I know
Yeah,
that
we
you
got
said
lots
that
of
you
picks
had
out there.
a 5 pack of plays, a 3 pack of plays, and a best bet. Just because I wrote it down because I know you were at work.
But yeah,
But
so
you
we
had
got
those up last night and ready to go. So
yeah.
tell us what you got. You can give us a little bit of a preview here on what you got for us. A little bit of parlay, I think.
So I've got 5 plays I'm going to give out today. If you want to do it a parlay, that's great. If you want to do them straight, also great. So my first game I'm looking at the Leafs Capitals game. I'm trying to take the Leafs on the money line on this one. Um, the like overall Toronto is better offensively. And the Capitals, they're 32nd in the league allowing goals. So or they're 32nd in the league, averaging 1.245 goals per game. But they're allowing 3.75 goals per game. So I think that the Leafs should win this one tonight. They had a good comeback win against Tampa Bay the other day. So I'm taking the Maple Leafs. It's my first pick. Okay. My second game I looked at, I'm looking at the Bruins Blackhawks. And this one I'm also going to take the Bruins on the money line. The Bruins already beat Chicago like 2 weeks ago. The Blackhawks are hoping that their draft pick is going to make things happen for them. I mean, I think that he's kind of like their new hope.
Right.
But right? Boston has one of the better defenses on this one. And I think that the Bruins are going to win this one. The next game I'm looking at, the Golden Knights versus the Flyers. The Golden Knights are 6-0. They're only allowing 1.83 goals against, but they're scoring an average of 4 goals per game. So I think the Knights are going to beat the Flyers on this one. So I'm taking that one also on the money line. Yep. They're also playing in Vegas. I noted that the Flyers, going into last season, they lost 12 of their last 14 away. The Golden Knights are only allowing like 1.7 goals per game, but it's even less at home. It's like 1.3 goals at home. So they're playing better at home. Flyers aren't playing so well on the road. So I think the Golden Knights are going to take that one. My next one, I'm taking Vancouver versus the Predators. This one, I'm taking the Canucks at plus 1.5. Nashville's coming off a couple good wins. But the word on the street is that they're talking about resting their goalie. I doubt they will, just because it's such a big hockey day today. Because their backup goalie, he's allowed 2 goals in 40 minutes of play. But the Canucks have the second highest shooting percentage. I mean, they're averaging 4 goals per game. So I think that the Canucks could hang in here, and I'm going to bet that at plus 1.5. And finally, Blues versus the Jets, the Winnipeg Jets. We're Blues fans here in the Midwest.
It's true. Our cousin has been holding down the fort for a long time.
Yes, absolutely. Until we get some more hockey teams. We need an expansion team. So I'm going to take the Blues at the plus 2.5. Winnipeg has allowed at least 4 goals in 4 of its last 5 games. The Blues have kind of been off to a rough start, but they had a good comeback win against the Penguins. I feel like they're kind of getting their shit together. And so I think that they're going to be able to hang with the Jets and hopefully win this one.
Awesome. So you said you're going to be playing these some straight up. And then, if you're feeling lucky, maybe a little bit of a parlay there, right?
Yeah, because
they're a little bit higher on the money line.
But I like doing the straight bets too, because you know how many times you win 4 out of 5 on a parlay. So I feel like it still covers my bet. I make some money that way too. So I like to spread the love around.
I gotcha.
Sprinkle a little money everywhere, who says that, Ron?
Well, let's say some hi to some folks here. We got Ash is here to see us today. Blake said he could finally make it during the afternoon time. Fernando is back. He totally cashed there with the Rangers, the Vikings, and the Canadians. So, yeah, that's awesome, Fernando. And then Verily, he's here. Got to say hello also. And then Darren, of course, has made it. Good afternoon to you guys. Again, make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe to Tony's Picks channel. Make sure you get over to tonyspicks.com. We already went ahead and took a look at some of Tiffany's plays there for today. You can take a look at some of the 5-packs, the 3-packs, the guaranteed best bets. Tony's Picks does have player props now for sale. I do see a lot of action over there on the website regarding NBA props tonight. So if you are struggling, you can get over to tonyspicks.com and pick up some of those player props. And you can also use the promo code TonyT at checkout to go ahead and get 20% off. As for me, I'm going to have, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 best bets over there. So I will have a 5-pack of plays in the NHL. Again, we almost have everyone with 5 games. That's what we like to use as a 5-game moving average. So that's where we're at there. I think there was only 4 teams left that didn't have their 5th game, but will tonight.
They're going to get it
It'll
today.
be all the way in action. But I'm going to go ahead and do some of these other sports today that are not hockey. Oh, I take that back. I do have one hockey play in here for you. But I'll give you some of my best bets. Again, these are some that I like to go ahead and play straight up. But I give you a little bit better odds here, or I would say worse odds if you're betting it straight up to go ahead and put these in a parlay if you choose to do so. Because again, we don't always bet these in parlays, but we know you guys out there, you the people, like the parlays. You like the same game. And we're saying, hey, if your sports book's out there giving you a $20 no sweat bet, we want to go ahead and give you some of our best plays for you to take advantage of that. So let's go to some college football. We got New Mexico State tonight versus Louisiana Tech. The Huskers already beat La Tech here earlier in the season. But I got this one here modeled out. New Mexico State, an outright win by 3 points here. And they're getting +3 from Louisiana Tech. So I will be taking New Mexico State here today, +3. Then we got Liberty and Western Kentucky. I have Liberty modeled out, winning this one by 3.46 points. The Liberty, they are giving 5.5. So it's up to you how you want to play this. But I have the 56% chance of winning going to Liberty. So I'm going to take Liberty straight up on the money line. So it's one of those, like, if you are a Western Kentucky fan, I do not have Liberty covering the spread. So you could go ahead and take Western Kentucky +5.5 here today. Then I'm going to agree with you, Tiffany, with what you said regarding the Maple Leafs. That is the biggest play on my card, the highest variance here today. I'm going to go ahead and take the Maple Leafs here on the money line with you and stick that in there. That one's sitting at like minus 165 to 175, depending on where you can go ahead and get that. You guys make sure you go ahead and do some of your line shopping out there to get the best bets if you're going to bet these straight up. Again, minus 175, it's not always my favorite because I like to play minus 150. I like to keep my juice down as much as possible.
Yep.
That's why I'd be sticking this one here in a parlay today. And then, of course, we got to go to the big game here. It's the Diamondbacks versus the Phillies. I'm going to go ahead and take Ranger Suarez at home today with the Phillies. I mean, can Brandon Pfaadt have the best, second best, or the first best game of his career? He just did it last game, his biggest game yet of his career. Can he do it again? I'm not so sure. Plus, those Phillies, they are really, really tough at home. I think they go ahead and get it done today. I'm going to go ahead and take the Phillies here on the money line. Tiffany blanked out on us.
I know. I get the dim light.
So if I put all those in a parlay, I got, $20 paying me 136, and I'm gonna like it. Plus 583 odds if I go ahead and put those all together. But again, it's up to you how you want to play it. If you agree with us, then go ahead and maybe take a parlay if you got some odds boosters or some free plays. Otherwise, you can play these plays straight up there as well. And Darren says, hey, Tiffany, I really like those picks. I already had a few of those in my pocket. So he said, hey, let's cash big today, right?
That's what I like to hear your guys' picks too. You guys got a lot of good information. I like to piggyback on a lot of those as well.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, again, we're not going to be in on NBA till, again, we get 3 games home, 3 games away. That's kind of how we play it. There is a big home and road differential in the NBA. It's unlike other sports, right? Like for football, it doesn't much matter so much. For hockey, it really doesn't matter so much. The WNBA, it didn't matter so much on home and road. But in the NBA, there is a huge home and road gap. So we do have to wait until we have 3 games on the road, 3 games at home, and then we can go ahead and start giving you our best plays out there. Bet Verily, he said, hey, yes, the Maple Leafs are rolling tonight. I think that's our biggest consensus play here today on Midday Plays. So hopefully we cash out big on that one tonight. And I think it's going to be great, right? I'm going to have my television on watching these hockey face-offs to start. I think it's going to be a great day for the NHL. So what are you looking most forward to here today, Tiffany?
going to bed.
Oh, that's it. Oh, I
No, we
got
were talking about how we're both so tired. I'm like, I am looking forward to. I will lay in bed and watch some hockey today.
All right, there we go. There we go.
But that's what I'm looking forward to.
All right. Well, hey, you guys, let us know how you do tomorrow. Come back and see us again. Make sure you get to Tony'sPicks.com, where again you can find the best plays from the best handicappers. It looks like we got some newbies that just joined. I don't know. Should I call him out? Ron Crawford. I seen him joining up with us. So I'm excited to have some of those spreadsheet plays available for you guys to pick up for sale. Verily also said, hey, Western Kentucky. He likes the plus points. Again, I don't mind. I think it's going to fall right in the middle there somewhere. So we're looking forward to this day and what we come up with tomorrow. I don't know. Do you have any predictions on like the Denver Nuggets and the Lakers tonight? I mean, I always kind of root for, I don't know, the Lakers. But yeah, I mean, Denver's so tough.
And they were just talking about LeBron and he needs one more year to be like the most starts or whatever for NBA's preseason or whatever opening day. So he needs to make one more year so he can play with little Bronny too, maybe.
That's right. Hopefully little Bronny will be able to play. We'll see how he does at
Where's
USC.
your Phillies hat? I thought, are you pulling for the Phillies tonight?
I am, yes. I'm pulling for the Phillies. I got Ranger Suarez tonight. I think he outlasts Brandon Pfaadt. Again, I don't know if Pfaadt can reproduce the best game of his life like he did last time. And again, I do think it is hard to beat the Phillies at home, even though the Diamondbacks did it in pretty great fashion there yesterday.
Well, and that's what, they keep talking about how all the road teams are winning in this baseball playoff, but all good things come to an end. So that's kind of what I'm thinking tonight too. I think the Phillies are good.
Right. And then Verily says, hey, take Denver on the money line. See, I like this because, again, I'm not going to be too much in. So I like to see what you guys, I like to root for you out there. He said, take the over in Golden State versus the Suns. And hey, look who's here. We got Ron Hahn and Butterscotch. There you are. Showed up. And Verily likes Phillies on the money line too. I'm glad again you guys can make it. Set your reminders to come back and see us tomorrow at 12. Well, I guess I should say 1 p.m. Eastern. It says right there
on the screen.
Right. Where we'll come back and give you some more winners. So thanks again, you guys. We'll check you later. Have a good day.